Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. This time we're going to be taking a look again at another moment. And this moment is as follows. And this is what's happening. So let's talk about this right now. This is the Transformers Relic Wars update, discussion, questions, and spoilers. Even though I had it set to September 30th, of which would have been later on this year, yeah, I was not going to wait. Um, since all 10 episodes of that series have been created and whatnot. Hello, Roger. So where are we? We're in the first two episodes of Relic Wars, and yes, that series is actually in. Basically, it continues off from the end of Power of the Primes. Power of the Primes, of course, was the end of the Prime Wars trilogy, along with Combiner Wars and Titan's Return. Which, I mean, honestly, looking back at those series, they were very good, but at the same time, like I mean, a lot of people had complaints about the frame rate and all that such, but but it does really. But yes, it jumps all over the place in some points. But let's talk about this right here. So, Relic Wars, where are we? So basically, as you saw in episode one, it pretty much picks off in the end of the Prime Wars trilogy. So we see that Optimus Prime is guiding Optimal Optimus to be the next you know leader of the Autobots, or leader of the Cybertronian race. As for the second episode, it kind of picks off from Rodimus Prime / Hot Rod's point of view when he became Rodimus Unicronus, thanks to the Matrix of Chaos. Um, in the previous couple series. In saying that, like there is going to be a lot of Rodimus involvement. That's all I'm going to say on that. There's going to be quite a bit of Rodimus involvement. Uh, Optimus Prime was going to have a big say in it. Eventually, we're going to see, because okay, here's the main plot point of the whole entire thing. One of the main plot points at the end of Power of the Primes, Megatron, of course, he pretty much sacrifices himself with the Matrix of Chaos, being supposedly vaporized by the Requiem Blaster in the hands of Optimal Optimus. However, not a trace of the Matrix or Megatron was left behind after the blast wave was cleared. So you're going to see a bit of that. You're going to see okay, what's really happened to Megatron? Has he actually been turned back to Galvatron? Has Unicron won in a sense? Well, you're going to have to wait and find out in a future episode. Um, as for other characters, you're going to see some characters that were not even introduced in the previous like three series alone, because there was a minimalistic cast of characters, and I mean, and I'm paraphrasing Rodimus Primal's videos. I mean, yes, we would have seen many characters, like for example, we would have seen Ultra Magnus, we would have seen Ratchet, we would have seen. I mean, heck, we would have even seen Galvatronus, Cyclonus in a way. Which, by the way, on a side note, that Earthrise, or not Earthrise, Kingdom Cyclonus, wow, awesome. I don't have the figure, but that's gonna be fantastic. It's if Studio Series makes if Studio Series makes and his Armada, I would be so happy. Even though it's concluded that it's concluded. Like in my opinion, in my honest opinion, from watching the '86 movie many times, in all honesty, Skywarp was Cyclonus. He was. We knew Thundercracker was Scourge, but Skywarp is Cyclonus, and Bombshell is and his Armada. It just, yeah, it's just quite a animation error. Anyhow, uh, So let's see. So, as like each week, you'll see you saw the first two episodes. Episode three will be a week from tonight, and then it'll go so on and so forth. And the finale of Relic Wars will be on June 19th, which is almost 2.5 months from now, or a month and a half. Well, but in saying that, in saying all of that, I just am, really looking forward to, you know, man, working on Relic Wars it wasn't a nightmare, but thank goodness, like, yes, it was meant to come out last year. Part of the reason it was, part of the reason it didn't come out was I was really working on How We Met from a year ago, which that was a project that, oh my God, that was quite a big project. And that was partially the reason why the Rise of Jasper Fitzgerald was never gotten done in time. Even though nothing gets left behind, I'm still going to do Rise of Jasper Fitzgerald. I got to make Jasper's Trains model. I got to still work away at that. So, I mean, but anywho, but back to Relic Wars, it's going to be an amazing series, as you've seen from the first two episodes. Yes, I mean, it's basically the time length. I'm only going to say this. It's kind of a hybrid between the time length of Combiner Wars and Titan's Return, which was about 5 to 10 minutes. Although the part of the Prime's finale was like almost 12 to 13 minutes. Like, so you're going to see a hybrid of that timeline in a way. So about like 5 to 10 minutes at least per episode. So 8 episodes to go, which I mean, I mean, I've made that series of mine canon to the Prime Wars trilogy because, like I did with Robots in Disguise 2015's, season four slash, you know, end of it all, the end of the you know, the Align continuity. Like, basically, that was my own, you know, because that's what I think would have happened if they did go ahead with season four of Robots in Disguise 2015, which makes sense. Like, there was a handful of plot points that were still missing with, Megatron's not being in in it at all, despite being mentioned many, many times. Uh, arachnids fade and whatnot. I mean, and for those asking about, oh, why did you not add Skyquake? Okay, two reasons. I didn't have to figure at the time, which, and there was, because Skyquake was pretty much a dead zombie Terracon at the end of, or not at the end, but in season two, thanks to Starscream, of course. And it was confirmed in Robots in Disguise 2015 that when Soundwave basically rebuilt himself into his stocky looking self that looked like his War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron self, he basically used parts from Skyquake's remains and used the rest to make that little machine of his to try and get in contact with Megatron. So it was confirmed that Skyquake's remains were used, but it was never mentioned in the episode or at the time when Soundwave, was, around and all such. And but of course, ultimately he was captured, defeated, by Team B and Optimus. But in saying that, things happen. What can you do? You gotta fill in the plot points somehow. And I mean, imagine if it, like, once that show is out, like from the War for Cybertron trilogy, that's not in the Align continuity, mind you. Just not to be confused with the like Siege, Earthrise, Kingdom. like there if there are plot points that are evident or any missing plot hole, I will definitely fill those in. Like because that's basically the plan after Soda Origins. Once I complete both two seasons, I mean, scripts are still being worked on. I mean, I've got a lot of things on the back burner that need to, you know, Sodor is going to be the biggest project this year. I mean, I did get a start on it last year, but then I had to stop because I was burnt out. So, I mean, oh, Daniel Brooks, hey, and yes, I see that you have a nice, lovely little profile picture. Yes, I see you, Daniel Brooks. There's a nice little profile picture. I think that's your OC, your NASCAR OC of yours. But anyhow, and yes, for those of you who are still wondering, I am still on break, and I will plan to return hopefully by the end of the month, maybe at the beginning of May, because May is going to be a busy month for me. Because I mean, I'm going to be all I'm going to say is I'm going to be volunteering um, at for someone or something, I should say, for the next month, pretty much starting this week into the end of May, and then I should be able to get things back under control because like it's at this point there's just so much on the table. So, oh yeah, that is ERC. Okay, first one. I hope. Well, maybe the first of many OCs because it's quite a. Oh yes, your birthday is May 62nd. Wow, that's quite a. I mean, mine's not till December, as evident as most people have known and whatnot, and but anywho, so the point of the matter is this: like, a lot of great things are going to happen. A lot of great, spectacular things are going to take place, and honestly, I just with Relic Wars, you're going to love the next remaining 8 episodes. I mean, I mean, yes, I know it's like all cut and paste, and whatnot. And there is, I will say this: there is going to be some transformation bits. So it's Transformers, of course, but it's kind of be in the same level as it was in the same sort of level as it was throughout the Prime Wars trilogy. Like there wasn't much transforming. Uh, like aside from let's see, Prime, the Optimus Prime transformed a few times. Windblade, Grimlock, Perceptive he transformed 3 times throughout the Prime Wars trilogy. Uh, Overlord transformed at least twice, 3 times, maybe 4. But we only got to see his tank mostly than his jet. Because that's the thing with the jet. The jet is like he's a parts former, like kind of like Sky Shadow. Top half is the jet, bottom half is the tank. Reference to Supergod Master Force, which by the way, I am so looking forward to reviewing, the Generation Selects, Black Zarek, which is basically the repaint of Scorponok from Master Force, which if you saw my Earthrise Scorponok video, I said Zone. Yes, Zarek is in Zone, but he's one of the 9 Decepticon generals rebuilt after he was destroyed in Master Force by God Jinrai. Because even though he was under the possession of Devil Zed, which all what Devil Zed was the ball of energy. There's a it's kind of a weird twisted sort of explanation behind Double Z or Double Z, however you want to pronounce it. It's just things happen, and but Black Star looks amazing. I mean, um, there like the one mode. I almost forgot about this. Yes, I mentioned in my review that Fast Track does transform into a spear for Scorponok to wield, which is a reference to you know Black Zarek's red spear that he used in Master Force. Um, but in saying that, there was one mode that I forgot to show off in the transformation, which I'm going to reserve that for Black Zarek's video, and that's basically he only transforms it at the very end of Master Force. Zarek transforms into a flying serpent mode. And basically all that is just rotating the arms, having like this, and the tail is like, at the bottom right there. Like he's just a flying serpent. Like it's very easy. And I'll show that off when it gets Black Zarek. And I mean, I'm still looking forward to that, especially with the new Kingdom figures, like the new Rodimus, the new Galvatron, um, which I was not surprised when Galvatron was announced. Yes, we saw him in Earthrise, which like a foreshadow to what's going to happen in Kingdom. Like we're probably going to see Galvatron again. We may see Unicron again, which honestly, shout out to Decompose. He was able to acquire the Studio Series, not Studio Series, the Studio '01 HasLab Unicron, the biggest transformer ever made by Hasbro and all that. It was like, wow. I was thinking to myself, 5, 6 years ago, that was like Fortress Maximus from Titan's Return, which he edges Metroplex by a few centimeters. And then let's see, but Omega's Prime and Trypticon, heck, even Devastator are a smidge smaller than them. Heck, even like Combiner Wars, a general Combiner Wars combiner, like let's say Menasor or Computron, they're like half that size. Oh yeah, forgot to mention Predaking. He's also about the same height as Devastator. So, I mean, and of course, I've got to mention like the Arc. The Arc is a transformer. That's amazing. I'm looking forward to the Arc. Like, even comes with a miniature Optimus Prime you can put in himself and all that. Um, Intelligent One can transform. That's amazing. And I can't believe it. I'm so looking forward to getting the Arc. It's going to be amazing. And I would not be surprised next year or sometime before the year's out if we do get the Nemesis. Because you can't have the Arc without the Nemesis. I said that in the previous transport thingy that I did. Which, honestly, I am really, really looking forward to. I'm really so looking forward to this. I really am. Like, I mean, of course, um, the Studio Series 86 looks fantastic. I mean, Grimlock looks amazing. Which, yes, I was able to get him. Um, but of course, they recently announced that we're getting a leader class Slag, I believe, or Sludge. Basically, I think it's Slag. But we did get some prototype images of him, which is fantastic. I wouldn't surprise me if we get all the Dinobots. It wouldn't surprise me if we got series Constructicons from '86, like that, and you could turn them into Devastator. So that's gonna be insane. They did that with the movie verse with all the 8 Constructicons, which you're going to see that version of Devastator coming soon. Um, yeah, like the Constructicons are all over the place. Like, I mean, I only see in front of me Overload, Scavenger, uh, Skipjack, Hightower, Scrap Metal, Rampage is in somewhere, and a few others. So you're going to see his video coming soon, hopefully soon, because I'm so looking forward to it. Like, can't have all the Constructicons without Devastator. Um, Insane Witch. Um, let's see, what else is there? What else to talk about? What now is a good question, Panyit Nen. I know, Daniel, it's the 26th. The reason why I set the 62nd is because that would have been, oh man, the 62nd of May would have happened like middle of July or early August. Which is like it's so amazing. Like, let's see. Like, let's see. Like couple like see, because pretty like in 5 6 years from now we'll be hitting the 40th anniversary of the 86 film when it came out. I mean, the HasLab Unicron, I'm still gonna I still have I've pre-ordered it. It's on its way. It's gonna take a long time because of the pandemic and all that. Uh, Same with Black Zarek. That's gonna be a huge addition. As for other Transformers that I'm gonna get, such as the other Studio series, and I mean, I haven't bought a lot of the Micromasters, and I will get to them because the Micromasters are the big, thing in both Earthrise and Kingdom. Because in Siege, we got a bit of the Target Masters and all the Power Masters, all that. I mean, that's another thing. Imagine we got an updated, Power Master Optimus Prime, God Jinrai for for Kingdom, which is awesome. But it's a shame that in Kingdom, the Optimus Prime that we're going to be getting in the retail is basically a re-release of his Earthrise self. I may get it, I may not get it. So many matrices, so little time. Because let's see, we all know that Kingdom Galvatron comes with the Matrix and the Chain, kind of like a reference to the '86 film when he gets the Matrix from Ultra Magnus. Uh, Studio Series '86 Hot Rod comes with the Matrix and the glowing effect when he is transformed to Rodimus Prime. The Kingdom Rodimus Prime comes with the same Matrix, same blast effect, but its trailer, honestly, no offense to the power of the Prime's Rodimus Prime, but the Kingdom version looks fantastic. It does. And it really looks sleek and whatnot. And maybe don't have to worry about stickers peeling off, which that was a weird choice, adding stickers to like a majority of the Lear class figures. I mean, like Optimus Prime's looks okay on my copy. Optimus's looks pretty fine to me. The Rodimus Prime's mine has warped a bit since I reviewed it. Uh, as for Rodimus Kron, who I got, or Rodimus Unicronus, it's not too bad. But those with stickers, I usually just and any Transformer I take with great care. Because yes, I did collect the Cybertron line when I started out collecting, and the majority of those figures just broke. They were not. I couldn't believe it. Thankfully, I still have like Backstop and a few of the repaints. Um, I know people have said that Backstop looks pretty questionable, but shit, I don't know. Anyway, so to conclude this hilarious live stream, Relic Wars is going to be fantastic. The remaining 8 episodes. The next episode will be out uh, at the very beginning of May, which is awesome. On a side note, the next Thomas episode, which I posted today, Traffic Trouble Thomas, will be out the day beforehand. So you're going to enjoy that as well. And plus the fact that you're going to enjoy some amazing, amazing bits here, there, and everywhere when it comes to that. So, anyways, guys. Um, oh, yeah. Hello, Trainboy 04, a small fry. Hello. By the way, I saw your video with worst Thomas OCs. Um, one of those OCs I know very well is a friend of mine. That's Sam the Thomas Van 2's OC, uh, or Sam Thomas Van 1's OC. Anyways, like his OC is pretty awesome. You know, um, yes, it's an E2, but it's a great E2, much like myself and whatnot. So, and he's a good friend of mine. So, anyways, guys, that is the end of this live stream. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, stay tuned for episode 3 next week, a week from tonight. Mindfulness and meditation. I'm sorry about that, guys. I've just been really busy with so much on my plate. But you'll see the next episode, which is going to be, again, an emotional one. Expect to see that hopefully either this coming Monday or a week from this, or Monday the let's see, what's the calendar say? Monday the May the 3rd, which, you know, hit and miss. What can you do? So, anyways, guys, until the next time we see each other, take care, everyone. See you, good day, and she'll catch you later. Bye bye.